Top things to see and do in Norway. Norway attracts adventurers, and it's easy to see why, with the country's astounding nature lending itself to an active holiday. It's unique. Northerly cities are brimming with art, history and great, unusual food, and the never-ending splendor of the northern lights literally top it all. Below are just a few of the things that make Norway a magical place to visit. The fjords, a quintessential part of the Norwegian landscape. It is almost a crime to visit Norway without seeing one of its many astounding fjords. The fjords look incredible from any angle and dwarf everything else in the landscape. Sognefjord in Norway reaches a depth of 1,308 meters, 4,291 feet, and Hardanger Fjord stretches across the landscape for a whopping 179 kilometers, 111 miles. Granger Fjord is another of the country's most popular fjords and a UNESCO-protected area, and you'll find numerous sightseeing, hiking, fishing, rafting and cycling trips to go on from here. Oslo Fjord, meanwhile, provides a beautiful and dramatic backdrop to the Norwegian capital. Hit those snowy slopes. Forget the Alps, Norway is the perfect place for snow sports. It is no wonder that Norway has won more medals than any other nation at the Winter Olympics. Lillehammer, the pretty little town 2 hours north of Oslo, hosted the Olympics in 1994 and is now there for the public to show off their skills, or lack thereof, in both skiing and snowboarding. Hemsedal, Trysil and Geilo are also excellent winter sport resorts. Try your hand at langrenn, something that some Norwegians even practice on roller skis during the summer. Have a whale of a time with Norway's wildlife. Norway is a European sanctuary for certain species. Moose, bears, wolves and muskoxen are all still spotted, some occasionally, in Norwegian forests, while reindeer can be found both in the wild and as part of Sami herds. Polar bears are reserved for Svalbard, however, diving for king crabs or spotting a white-tailed eagle is possible on the mainland, as long as you head to the north. Whales visit the Norwegian coast every year, and there are numerous whale-watching tours to allow a glimpse of these magnificent creatures. Sperm whales are most common, and if luck is on your side you might see pilot whales, minke whales, humpbacks, dolphins and killer whales. Head to Vestland, Tromso or Narvik to give yourself the best chance of spotting these impressive beasts. Try the favorite Norwegian pastime in go hiking. Do as the Norwegians and pack an orange, a solo, orange-flavored soft drink, and a kviklunsj, Norwegian chocolate wafer, in a trusty bag and then go and explore one of Norway's many magnificent hiking trails. The most important thing to remember is to leave things as you find them, take nothing but photos. Some of the country's favorite hiking trails and viewing points take you around the fjords and include, but are not limited to, Preikestolen, Trolltunga, and Fjellstua. If hiking is not adventurous enough, then glacier hiking might be just perfect. At the Briksdal Glacier it is possible to join a tour and hike along one of these constantly moving, ancient parts of nature. Hiking is a fantastic way to discover Norway's nature and to get a better understanding of the Norwegians' close relationship to their surroundings. Oh, and of course the views are just amazing. Discover the charming city in between the seven mountains. Bergen is the second largest city in Norway and was once the country's capital. Its national and cultural significance can be explored throughout the city, not least at the beautiful Bergen Wharf. Bergen has been a central part of the city since the Viking Age, and today comprises a colorful row of houses dating back as far as the 14th century. Like most of Norway, Bergen is situated right by some wonderful nature. Taking Fløibanen up to Mount Fløyen is one of the city's most iconic attractions, but you should also look at walking up the steep paved trail called Stoltskoven. Relax at the top with a traditional Norwegian waffle or go to explore everything the wonderful city below you has to offer. The quaint fishing villages dotted along the Norwegian coast. Norwegian waters are not just rich in oil but also have a huge variety of fish, something that has been essential for survival through many centuries. Traditional fishing villages such as Henningsvær and Rain are still around, and the Lofoten archipelago is dotted with them. People still live in the villages and use them as they have always been used. When visiting, try and stay in one of the traditional fishing huts, which may have a cod or two drying outside. Everything the capital city has to offer. Oslo is the fastest growing capital in Europe. Head here to get a glimpse of modern Norway. Oslo's setting makes it something special. Despite being the biggest city in Norway, nature is always close by, and it probably has some of the freshest, most delightful air of any capital city in the world, when day is night and night is day and the sky produces amazing colors. Norway can be a bit confusing at times, especially if you find yourself above the Arctic Circle at the right time of year, when it is either dark or light all day. Although it can take a toll on the body clock, this phenomenon is exactly that, phenomenal. You'll find few other places on Earth where you can experience the midnight sun and endless nights in the same comfort as in Norway. Norway is of course also home to another above the Arctic Circle must-see experience, the Northern Lights. The North Cape and Tromso are perfect places to experience both.